So some important things regarding summation notation. If you have a summation notation and the explicit formula is linear, then the series is arithmetic. The slope of the line is the common difference, that D from a couple sections ago, of the sequence. Since the series would be arithmetic, you need to use the formula to find the sum of the series. How the heck do I figure out how many terms are in the series? Since I need to know that to use the formula in order to find the number of terms in the series, we just need to subtract this lower limit from the upper limit and then add 1. Alright, so most of the time that's not going to be too bad at all, but we can do this. Problem 4. So again, that sum of the series is just going to be represented by S sub n, so the sum of the terms is equal to n divided by 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. If you're like, where the heck did that formula came from? It came from way up here. Okay. Alright. So, the super nice thing is I should be able to find my terms pretty easily because I've got the explicit formula. So, in order to find a sub 1, I just need to plug in 1 into my explicit formula, which is going to be 5 times 1 plus 3, which should just give me 8. And then a sub 70 is going to be my last term, which is going to be 5 times 70 plus 3. So a sub 70 should equal 353. Alright. And so now I've got a sub 1, I've got a sub n. Now I just need to find n. I find n by taking the upper limit, which is 70, subtracting the lower limit, which in this case is 1, so I would get 69. And then I would just have to add 1, which will get me back to 70 in this particular case. Alright, so now I can just plug that in. So the sum of the first 70 terms is equal to 70 divided by 2 times a sub 1, which we found out was 8, plus a sub n is going to equal, oops, that should be an equal sign, not a minus. And then that should be 353 sitting right there. And now I just simplify as much as we can. Alright, so all in all, S sub 70 should equal 16,245. Alright, that's all you gotta do. Alright, so on B, we gotta do the same thing. So I've got S sub n is equal to n divided by 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. Alright, I need to find out what the heck a sub 1 is, I need to figure out what the heck a sub n is, and then I need to figure out what the heck n is. Alright, so a sub 1 I can figure out by plugging in, well, 1. So I would get 1 minus 1 quantity squared. I don't know why sometimes I make my ones with the little hook and sometimes I don't, but you know, it is what it is. So 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 squared is still 0. Alright, and then a sub 7, I need to plug in my upper limit to find out what the heck a sub n is equal to 7 minus 1 quantity squared, which is going to give me 7 minus 1, which is 6. 6 squared is 36. Alright, and then in order to figure out what n is, I just need to take my upper limit, which is 7, subtract the lower limit, which in this case is 1, and then that would give me 6, and then finally I just need to add 1, which will get me back to 7. Alright, so now I've got everything I need. So I've got S sub n, which in this case is 7, is equal to 7 divided by 2 times a sub 1, which is 0, plus 36. Okay, so then I'm going to get S sub 7 is equal to 3.5 times 36. That should just be 126. Alright. So the sum of my first 7 terms of that series should just be 126. Alright, and then last one, I've got to find S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. And then we notice over here that my n is 5. So actually the first term that I'm going to be finding is a sub 5. So I've got a sub 5 is equal to 20 minus 5, which is going to be a sub 5 is equal to just 15. Alright, and then my last term in this series, the sum is going to be a sub 10, because that's my upper limit, is equal to 20 minus 10, which a sub 10 is just going to be 10. And then to find n, I'm going to take my upper limit, which is 10, minus my lower limit, which is 5, so I'd get 5. And then I just add 1, which will be 6. So now I've got everything I need to plug it in. Alright, so the sum of these 6 terms is going to be equal to 6 divided by 2 times a sub 1, which in this case is a sub 5, which is 15, plus a sub n, which is 10, which should be s sub 6 is equal to 3 times 25, aka that should be 75. And if you think I'm BSing you, you guys can go 15 plus 14 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 plus 10, because that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. Yep. That would get me from my quote-unquote a sub 1 to a sub well, in this case, a sub 5 to a sub 10. Alright, and then you can add those all together, and you should get 75. Because, well, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60, plus 5, plus 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. That would give me 10 plus 5, so that would be, 75. And you're done. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later, or tomorrow.